Alright guys, sorry about that. Hopefully you're here. My thing just totally died on me, so I had to switch to my iPad. I don't know what happened. Hopefully this works. Welcome, welcome. Bailey, do not mess with that. That's my dog who I'm talking to. Alright, so we're talking entrepreneur tools. I'm sorry it jumped off, guys. I want you taking notes. Invite your entrepreneur friends. I want you sharing ideas. And like I was mentioning in the first scope, Josh, you're awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the hearts. Don't assume anything just because, somebody was saying Donald Trump is watching. Donald and I are like that, in case you didn't know, AA. We are BFFs. So, but I want you sharing some of your favorite tools. Thank you, Tony. Sorry about the Dr. K. Welcome, Kai. No, we are not both racist. We're just both real estate investors. So thank you very much. I am not racist. But, we are talking some of our favorite tools. Tools can completely help and transform your business. I give Meet Edgar is a website I love to use. Prosperity. Let's hear some of your favorite plugins too. So this could be a website. This could be an app. This is just stuff that is helping you tremendously in your web or in your business. I talk about Meet Edgar. It's a website that I love Meet Edgar because I literally have eliminated a need for a VA to run my social media. It has been a tremendous way to really get my social media running. I used Hootsuite before that, but even with Hootsuite, I had to schedule it every single week. And so with Meet Edgar, I can jump into social media whenever I want to, but it's always running for me. So that's one thing I teach with social media. You can't walk away. It's $50 a month. But for what it does, I would have been paying a VA at least $200 to $300 a month to do the exact same thing. So that's why it's been really worth it for me, because it saved me money. As I got cut off, I was talking about, for all my Mac users, Ryan, welcome. I was talking about self-control. If you guys don't use self-control, I know there's other apps for Windows, but what it does is it blocks, thanks for the hearts, guys. It blocks certain websites that you say, listen, for whatever set of time, 4 hours, 24 hours, whatever it is, do not let me get on these sites. They're locked. So for me, Facebook is one of them. Unique welcome. I block myself from Facebook because sometimes it's just, I wish I had more self-control than I did, but what was it? The one with Gary Keller. We can exhaust ourselves from self-control, and right now I'm whole 30ing it, and I'm about at my self-control max. So I can't stop myself from getting on Facebook. Is calendar, 3 months out, enrolls sidebar, posts content, keeps my blog active. Okay, awesome. Facebook is a total waste of time, but I'm addicted. So prosperity, calendar, is that a plugin called Calendar? I'm so excited for this. See, you guys, this is the stuff. There's so much out there, and you just always have to be taking notes and seeing what other people are using. I've not used that. I'm going to have to definitely check that out. Yes, get you info after scope. Awesome. I'm going to check that one out. Cool. B. Charles, welcome. We're talking our favorite entrepreneur tools. Could be an app, could be a website, could be paid for, free, whatever it is. A waste of time unless I'm in a group. Facebook's groups have changed my life. Ryan, that's one thing about Facebook. Like, you can complain about it, but Facebook ads, they've transformed my business. It's what I'm using right now to grow my business. I couldn't, obviously I could have done other things. Push Bullet is one of my favorites. Guys, I hope you're taking notes on this, because this stuff is awesome. I've already tried Unique, actually. Thank you. It's pretty good. I met my hubby there too. Hey, Gigi, you can't complain about Facebook. You met your hubby there. My business is the Starters Club. It's super easy. I help people start and grow their businesses. Boomerang plugin for Gmail. I've heard about this. So I do coaching. I do online courses. Do Note app. If this, then that. IFTTT, if you guys have not heard of it, Alperlimaz, welcome. We are talking entrepreneur apps. If you guys don't know what IFTTT is, get on it. It's called If This Then That. It's recipes, so it allows you a ton of automation in the back end. Really, really great things to, just one of my friends did a If This and That, where every time he made a note into Surrey about a good idea, we all have those ideas popping, it just automatically he set it and it went into an Evernote file for him. So you could just hit Surrey, Bailey, I'm gonna kill my dog. Ran into an Evernote file, and sorry guys, I'm like having, my dog, there's an entire house of places to stay and she has to lay right under the tripod. I don't understand it. So hopefully I don't have a shattered screen here soon because it's balancing. Oh girl, I love my dogs, but I'm like, what, really? Do you have to be right here all the time? But anyway, so where I was talking about Meet Edgar, I did talk about Hootsuite too. If you don't know what Hootsuite, you guys, I really recommend you don't schedule everything for social media where you just disappear. You have to be active. You have to be social. Yes, Meet Edgar, FTW. I love Meet Edgar. I was just talking about that. I love Meet Edgar. It's helped me so much. Austin, thank you for coming back because I know you've got some great ones too that you've been giving. So thank you. Thank you guys for the hearts. And like I said, grab other entrepreneurs. This is what I talk about all the time. I'm all about trying to help people in business become more profitable, find more time. You know, I'm guilty of the 3 a.m. work sometimes. So all of these tools can really help save you some sanity, some time, and get you more profitable and get some more stuff rolling in. Awesome, Ryan. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate seeing you. You've had no sleep either because I was on your scope last night at like midnight. So follow Ryan. He's got some great business tips there too. For my WordPress users, Brainy Girl, welcome. Hey, Rita. Yeah, I know. I'm tired too. I was up too late. And then I'm spinning. I'm like, I need to do a Tools Tuesday tomorrow. I'm addicted to frickin' Periscope. I can't sleep. Hey, Brainy Girl. You have to have some good ones too. We're talking tools. Tools that, it could be an app. It could be a plugin, anything that's completely transforming, helping you with business, making life a little bit easier. We've been talking some plugins. I was just going to suggest WordFence. If you guys aren't using that on your WordPress site, it's tremendous. It's a great tool to it watches you, like watches spammers for you, and it's amazing. I'll get notifications of people trying to break into my site. And what it'll do is let me know, what their names are, what their IP address is. Yes, WordFence is awesome. Limit login attempts is another really good one because you can set it and say only 3, let somebody, Miss Amanda, welcome. We're talking our favorite tools for your business. Take some notes. People have been giving some really awesome ones. So keep talking. Like I said, I'm a nerd. I've got my little notebook here. I'm ready to take notes because I love learning about new ones. So limit login attempts is another one. It's free. WordPress theme for SEO equals Thesis. I have not used Thesis. You are not the first one to talk about that. I hear really good things about Thesis. I didn't know it was SEO driven. But from a plugin perspective, I really love SEO Yoast for SEO. Might have said that SEO twice. Yoast really gives you some great insight on how you're going to rank, on what your keywords are. So that's what I use right now, but I don't use Thesis. You can set to limit logins. I didn't realize that, Rita. See, always learning. Read Michael J18, welcome. We're talking your favorite tools. StyleSeat is great for that. Booking new clients. I think any really good automatic booking systems are really great. Yeah, like I said, I've heard good things about Thesis. It's I try to do as little customization, not as little, but as little requiring of coding that I need to, because I have a guy who helps me, but I got to get sites up a little bit faster. Let's see. I just found a fun one for quotes. I know WordSwag is one that everybody uses, and there goes my dog underneath the tripod. Bailey, go through, please. WordSwag is a very popular one, but I just found Retype, and it's a little bit different. Not as quite user-friendly as WordSwag, but if you're trying to give yourself a little bit of a different look, because right now everybody and their mom is using WordSwag, and you can tell the WordSwaggers out there. It's a great tool for quote memes, and you guys always want to be creating quote memes, so it's a good one for that. It's $2.99. It's an app. Social integration in the XML sitemap. All right, yeah, Rita, you're You are a brainy girl. Like, you have all these, like... Rita's awesome, you guys. I know she's just jumping on Periscope. You definitely need to follow her. Content boss equals article spinner. I want an article spinner. Thank you. Prosperity, tech, awesome. I need to notice my free theme. Okay, I'll have to check that out. The spinner thing is awesome. Okay, awesome, Prosperity. I gotta see more about what you do. I'm gonna check you out after this. I have my note here. So yeah, we definitely maybe need to do, because I don't do like website building or anything like that. I'll show you how to start your own website. But once you get to a point where you need to start hiring more people to do these things for you, that's where I pass the baton. So Austin, welcome. Let's see, what else have we talked about? I was going down the Hootsuite path, but you guys, if you don't know about Hootsuite, thank you for the hearts. I very much appreciate it. Oh, hey Austin, no problem. I keep disconnecting too. But if, like I said, scheduling is a must. I believe it. If you just need to start, if you're getting into your business, you need to get social media running for you, start with the Hootsuite, you guys. It's a great tool to start. It's free, up to 5 accounts. It'll get you rolling. And that's the thing, Jay, welcome back. You know, people think, I've heard people, experts say you cannot schedule and that it's really bad. But I 100% don't agree with that, just because, you know, from the first one, you saw my house. It's a freaking zoo over here, literally. I have 6 dogs, a turtle, and 2 children. If I went to social media when I had time, yeah, you know, Hootsuite's a great starter. And that's what, oh Marlena, it's not too bad. Like, you just have to do the scheduling, no problem. The scheduler, like, just put a post in and just hit schedule and set the time and just set, you know, that's one thing with Twitter. To really show up and be effective on Twitter, you've got to be tweeting 15 to 20 times a day. So that's where Hootsuite comes in. And if I relied on my life to find time to fit tweets in, it would never happen. Yes, and schedule the mundane, jump in, add stuff as needed. Yeah, and batching I think is huge. That's what I used to do when I used Hootsuite. Every Sunday night, I'd sit there, spend 30 minutes, snooze a welcome, and schedule my stuff out. And then I'm on social media at least 15 minutes a day, doing, you know, obviously Periscope has made that just a bit longer. Periscope, freaking new addiction. So senior schedule on oil and gas. So you're trying to do some scheduling for the company? Yeah, I agree. It's really important to schedule. Divert.com. All right, checking that out too. I know for, or Fiverr. I know Fiverr. No, it's not ironic. It's totally different stuff. It's not the same at all. Yeah, I would like some of those dividends too. If you're doling them out, I will be happy. Okay, Marlena, if you need some help, reach out to me. You can DM me on Twitter or shoot me an email at erin@thestartersclub.com. I can, you know, help you out with scheduling if you need to. Fiverr, Upwork is the new one. It used to be, absolutely. It used to be Odesk. They just got bought out. Upwork is another great place to start hiring staff. And as a person who can speak from experience, I've hired a lot of people back in my days. My first 2 companies were all employee-based. This one, I've been hiring contractors. Waiverforever.com for anyone's... Ooh, Austin! I'm so glad you joined this one. Thank you. Waiverforever.com. No, it's not Elance. It's Upwork now, Jay. They bought it again. AnyPost. Oh, AnyPost. Checking that one out too, guys. Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Up-level Upwork. It got bought again. So it's not even Elance anymore. It's something new, Jay. I agree, Mark. I eat this stuff up because I'm always like, oh my God, I never heard of that. I never heard of that. Hiring. So if you're on one of those sites, the Fivers, the etc., a lot of people will shame. I call it business shaming. I do too. I love new tools. Where, you know, you're a horrible business owner if you use Fiverr for anything. I don't believe that. No, Jay, like I said, I just went on there 2 weeks ago, and that's the only reason why I know. I don't believe that you're a bad person if you want to, you know, go to Fiverr to get some things done. I do not believe that. But You do have to be careful. Sometimes there are copyright issues with what they're offering, so you do need to be a little bit careful of that. When they offer you a logo or something, the event helper, and Rocket Lawyer I just found. So that's a good one. And the event helper, need to look at that one. But what was I saying? Talking about hiring. Just be really careful. Like if they do a logo for you, I'm Fiverr and proud too. I love it. I've had personal assistants I've hired locally and they bombed it, where outsourcing it's been way better. I agree, it's really smart to outsource, but what I would do is hire a couple people, give them a task. Don't hire them before, give them a small task, give a couple people the same task, or like I do videos that need to get transcribed, so I'll batch the videos, give a couple to one person, a couple to another, and see who does the better job, and then give them more work. I actually had a girl, this is a true story. Yes, hire more than one. So this girl was helping me transcribe my podcast. I have a podcast called The Starters Club, and I said, they're 20 to 30 minute podcasts, and she was taking 4 to 5 hours. She was charging me transcribing this, and I said, okay, here's the deal. I get you learning it. I'm totally cool with that, but 5 hours for a 20-minute podcast, I think you're sucking a little bit of the time. And she goes, Dickie, welcome. I'll get that done in 30 minutes next time. Needless to say, I did not continue working with her. So be careful of stuff like that when you're hiring. I'm finishing my first book, and I was going to go with Balboa Press, learned that they're going to take royalties. Hello, Dickie from the UK. Welcome. Skies, welcome. Sykes, welcome. We're talking entrepreneur tools. Anyone have a video tutorial of scripts, tips, etc.? So, Marlena, it was crazy. I'm not sure what you mean, like on how to roll video. Actually, Prosperity Tech, I have my podcast is The Starters Club. So everything's pretty easy I keep everything. thestartersclub.com is my site. Prosperity Tech, I just purchased a Frank Kern course for 2 payments of $97. Oh, Excel video tutorials. I don't know what that is. Or excellent. Is that what you're saying? Excellent video tutorials. Maybe you guys need to connect then, Marlena. I'm going to make sure I follow you and see what you're about. I know Holly G Studios. Digital Chica, my Texas friend, welcome. Holly G Studios gives some great tips, but I also just signed up for a course. Good morning. That Frank Kern did, and it's like I said, it was a $200 course, and he talks about the format of a video. If you're trying, whatever you're trying to do, there's a specific format that you follow of how you break that. It's a really awesome course, and I can send you the link to that if you want it. Prosperity. He's a cheesy guy. He's funny as hell. Like I would totally love to hang out with him one day. But it's a pretty good, just kind of give you an idea of how to set up your videos. If you want to sell, if you want to create an opt-in, if you want to create just a level of trust, etc. There's a format he follows for every single one. Guys, thanks for the hearts. Yes, I will send that to you, Prosperity, because it was one of those where I'm like, for $200, if I get one thing out of it, it's worth it, and I definitely have gotten a lot out of it. But he does some pretty funny freaking videos. Not there yet, I can tell you that, but I do have a lot of value. You guys, thank you for the hearts. So much appreciated. All right, somebody asked me last night, we were talking podcasts. I was doing a Q&A. A lot of people had questions about podcasts. Blurberry, B-L-U-R-B-R-R-Y, I believe it is. Just search it. It's a free plugin. It allows you to take wherever you're hosting your podcast and use it as a player on your site. So it's a great tool to allow, like if you go to my website, you can download all my podcasts right there. You can listen to them right from my site. Or of course you can go to iTunes, Libsyn, etc. But it's a plugin that allows you to play that. So if anybody is curious about podcasts, there were a lot of questions about it last night. That is a great plugin to use. I want to go back to the Boomerang thing. It's Blur. Look up Blurberry Podcast Player. It's a B-L-R-B-R-R-Y, something like that. My website is thestartersclub.com. Super easy, and it's The Starters Club. Yes, it's a WordPress plugin, and it helps. Like I said, I had a lot of people asking me about podcasts last night. So Last night I did a periscope on podcasts, and today I'm going to do a podcast on periscope. It all works, right? I want to go back to the Boomerang one. I think Austin brought it up. Yes, thank you, Marlena. That's it. Boomerang is, I really want to use this one too for your Gmail, thestartersclub.com. Yes, thank you. Thank you for posting that. I appreciate it. I've heard about this and I keep needing to use this. PowerPress. Why am I blanking on what PowerPress is? I am totally having a blonde moment. If I was blonde, it would make more sense. PowerPress. Oh, that's the plugin for Blueberry. Yes. Sorry. Jay, I swear to God, sometimes I'm not all with it. But anyway, okay, yes. But Boomerang, the Gmail, no. You guys, Periscopes, like, completely will, if you cannot multitask, you're just like, wait, okay, let me take a note on that. Let me get back to that question because it's going by so fast. You have to keep up with this. But Boomerang is great because it'll let you, like, because we all have those people. Do you work with clients one-on-one? Yes, Jay. Yes, I have clients I work one-on-one to take you from concept to, and then I also have clients I work with one-on-one. You can go to my website. I've got a couple different packages. Yeah, I want to check out Boomerang. But Jay, I can't remember your last name. We can do a 30-minute kind of what I call a strategy session where I'll help you get some more clarity, and you can decide if you want to do more one-on-one work from there. So, canned responses. Yeah, okay. Austin, I'm so glad. Oh, no. It's totally, J.R. Ramirez. It is so ADD. Wasn't paying much attention. But Digital Chico, you should check out Boomerang. There's a lot of great plugins for Gmail, email. Oh, God, Jay. It's crazy. Like I said, my house is crazy. It's just, you're trying to, luckily I have some help here. So people, like, obviously you saw, I've got people going in and out helping me all the time. Thank God. Otherwise I would totally, not make it. Those kids suck your brains out. It just like suck your brain power out. It's amazing. It's so funny. I'm totally going off on a tangent, but ever since I had children, it's amazing how the smallest words just escape me. I'm sitting there going, it's something on your face that you see, and I don't know what the word is. And I'm like, oh, it's I. It's crazy. Well, I've got Canva is another one. That's a basic one. I hope you guys are using Canva. Natural Life all the time. My God, I feel like a space cadet half the time. It's crazy, and I never was like this before kids. I had my moments. I could tell you guys some funny stories in my 20s, but Boomerang myself back into gear. I need it. Canva.com is another great one if you guys aren't using that. I know it's pretty standard by now. Prosperity Tech doesn't know it. Canva, yes, Canva.com. It's going to make you look like a digital superstar when you have no idea what you're doing, like me. So it's a really great tool to add text to your pictures, to make really visual appealing blog posts, articles. So what it does is, PicMonkey's another one, exactly. So Canva, you can upload pictures, you can use their free layouts, they'll give you a lot of free layouts, or you can use some of their clip art stock photography for $1. It's a knock version of Photoshop, exactly. It allows you to create really pretty visuals. Mine still kind of look lame, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have that awesome ability to make things like, I'm just not artsy like that. It's just not me. But it really does help with like my face. I do all my Facebook ads through it. I do my custom thumbnails for my YouTube videos. So it's just a really great tool to get you started on that. Digital Chico, this is kind of like share image. Yes, exactly like share image. I have share image too that I use. This Natural Life, me too. I'm at this point, I hire someone to help me with my visual marketing because as much as I want to tell you I'm awesome and can do it myself, I cannot. And it's just been worth it to me because she can take something completely different and I can do it in Canva and it's not the same. Awesome. I'm going to check you out on Instagram. Instagram, speaking of tools, if you're not using Iconosquare, in a group I'm in, This Natural Life, I can send you her info. Facebook group, as we were talking about Facebook groups, that's how I found her. Not the cheapest, but like I said, she's worth it to me because she gets me and I can just pass it off and I know it's good and taken care of. But yeah, I'll send that, This Natural Life. But Iconosquare is a great one for research on what people are posting about, hashtags. Digital Chica, yes. If you, I think it's Latergram, yes, to schedule your Instagram, absolutely. Yeah, and the course, I think it's so funny to me because I'll see what people are creating in Canva, and I'm like, shut up. How did they do that? Like they're using the exact same Canva that I'm using, and they've got these beautiful visuals. And I just think if you have the natural ability to do that, it's awesome. But I think to teach that kind of stuff is amazing because a lot of people just can't do it naturally, and that's where the whole natural ability comes from. But yes, see, awesome. Yeah, Latergram helps you schedule your Instagram posts. So again, I think scheduling is key. Yeah, I'm always learning about, like I said, I've got a whole list of stuff here that I'm like, what? I did not know about this. So any others? Oh, we talked about, do you save your periscopes on your website or YouTube? So I am going to start uploading them to my YouTube. Oh, they're shutting down accounts for, even with Latergram, Digital Chica? I didn't know that. So I save my periscopes right now, and I'm not going to upload all of them. Like this one, I think I definitely want to upload because this is huge value. There's so many great ones coming up in here. Not all of them. Sometimes I feel like I'm all over the place in some of them. I don't know how much value they bring. But yeah, so I definitely will be uploading a lot of them to my YouTube channel and just having a feed of periscopes so people can go watch them as needed. If you guys aren't following me too, just at FYI, I do an entrepreneur book club every week. We read a book once a week, all about entrepreneurship, making us better, so make sure you follow me. I do a weekly challenge, which this week we are getting uncomfortable in reaching out to people who we feel is a little above us. Only put 2. Okay. So, Digital Chica, I'm curious about this. Do you know what makes them cancel your account? Is it strictly like because you scheduled? I keep them up for 24 hours on Periscope, Marlena. I definitely do. Well, but then they go away after 24 hours, Austin, and don't you, like for this, I think there's a ton of value in this from a YouTube perspective, uploading it on YouTube to let people see tools they might be missing out on. That's where I am. That's where I would want to upload them. So I don't know if Periscope will eventually have them all available. Sometimes that might scare me. Thank you guys for all the hearts. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. We got more people coming. We talked about If This and That, the recipe builder. Zapier is another one, zapier.com, that allows you to do some automation on the backside of your business. So if you're trying to get things to work for you instead of you having to do those crazy tasks each time, that's another great site to use to help you get some of those things done. So it's zapier.com, Zapier. It's just like If This and That, but I think there's a charge to it. I can't remember. It's a charge up to a certain point. Their API without permission. Oh, awesome, Marlena. Let's follow you. Hold on, just followed you. Cool. But okay, that's interesting. So they're watching you on Instagram if you're posting too much. Maybe that's what it is that they're scheduling you. EOFire.com has a bunch of tools for entrepreneurs. Yeah, I love Mr. Lee, John Lee Dumas over there. Yeah, he has a lot of tools. But that's another note about Facebook, guys. I've had some people get their Facebook accounts canceled because they're doing too much business on their profile. And so a lot of people with, yes. Well, yeah, so Facebook is, so you have got your page and you've got your profile. And a lot of people don't like to use their page because of the whole organic reach. So they use their profile for business. And if Facebook feels you're using it for too much business, they'll shut you down. I know people who have gotten shut down. This isn't just a myth. So definitely be careful of that. I always encourage people to have separate, post your stuff on your page, all your business stuff on your page. If you want, use it for networking. I 100% agree with using Facebook for networking. I've got thousands of friends. I promise you, I really don't have thousands of real friends. RayHigdon.com. You know, I think I just found Ray. That name sounds really familiar, but I'm going to check it out. Thank you, Prosperity Tech. Cool. I always love learning new things. But be careful of your Facebook, because a lot of people try to use their profile too much for business, and no, I really don't have thousands of friends. I wish I did. Well, no, I don't. It's too many. But I will use my page, share stuff over there, but not all the time. So you will see pictures of my kids on my profile. You will see about other things I'm doing outside of the Starters Club, but I definitely use a combination of both. Yes, absolutely okay from time to time. Start with your fan page, share over there, so people can see what you have, what you're doing. Another Facebook tip, they shut you down for real, Prosperity Tech? That's crazy. It's super interesting about the whole API thing. So, yeah, so personal page and a fan page and friends will become likes. Yeah, you need to be careful of that. So another tip on Facebook, especially if you're active in groups, make sure your business, when you're hooking up your business and you say where you work, that it actually leads to your page and not the suitcase page. Nothing drives me more nuts when I see somebody post a really great something in a group and I'm like, oh, who is that person? What do they do? And I go to click on their page and it goes to the suitcase. Link to your page. You could be losing business. You do not understand that. Plus, make that, you can just, if you're scared, it's so true, Austin, it drives me nuts. I'm just like, okay, never mind, you're not that interesting anymore. But make just that piece public. So that way, you know, if you're using Facebook groups to connect and meet people and you're adding value places, you have no idea the money you could be missing out on by keeping all of that private. I'm not saying make your profile public, or just make where you work public and make sure that links to your page. That's like my #1 pet peeve on Facebook, because so many people, I love it when social media experts, like they're a social media expert and they link to a flippin' suitcase. Hey, who robbed? I'm going off on a tangent. Who robbed you? Nice. Thank you for joining. We're talking about entrepreneur tools. I'm going off on a tangent of people who do not link their Facebook page. Oh, you're not a dum-dum. Stop. Well, if you have any entrepreneur tools you love, let us know about them. I would highly recommend to replay this one, add value. There's always time to sell. 100% agree, Prosperity. Like, add value. So who robbed you about social media? No, there's so much to learn. I know a lot of people get overwhelmed by it. They're like, I can't even. They look at it and they're like, I can't. But you guys, my first business I started 10 years ago, and I shared the story that I was upset. Thank you guys for the hearts. That the yellow pages had just come out. Yeah, no, I 100% agree, Digital. They're like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how about you get 5 followers on Twitter and then teach me how to use Twitter? Maybe that's a good play. What was I going to say? For who robbed who? Start with one. Start with one. And that's my biggest recommendation for you. Don't try to be everywhere at once. Start with one, hit it out of the park, get rolling on it, and then add another one. And just start from there. Like, don't try to overwhelm yourself. That's what people do. I gotta be here, and I gotta be here, and I gotta be here. So many people to reach on social media, especially on DFW compared to Real West. Yes, 100%. And the story I was gonna share was, I literally, when I started my first business, I was pissed that the yellow pages, like the giant phone books that we actually read 10 years ago, had just come out, and I missed my opportunity to be listed in there. It's like, I feel like I started my first business at the age of the Flintstones, and it was just 10 years ago. But that's how much things have changed. Social media has allowed us this grossly low barrier of entry to get in and get involved. And it's so, you can't be missing the boat. And like I said, just start with one. Start with one, grow from there. And if you need help, who robbed who, reach out to me. I've got a webinar I can show you. I've got a course I can show you about how to really navigate it all and figure it out. I teach people how to do it themselves. Like I said, I'm kind of that girl. Thank you, Hoorab2. I'm that girl before you're ready to hire a ton of people. I help you really navigate this and figure it out all yourself. So that's what I love helping people do, because like I said, social media is by far my favorite thing. And be consistent. That is the biggest killer for people prosperity tech, is that, you know, this is why I recommend scheduling, because life happens. You want to, you know, sometimes you want to shut down for a day, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You have to shut down. You have to shut down for 2 days, a week, but you don't want your social media to shut down with you. So you have to have, you know, consistency played. You have to have scheduling. And, you know, I always share the story about YouTube. Hey, Hashimoto, thank you. This one girl I was watching in another group I was in on Facebook was talking about how she was posting every week to her YouTube channel. Nobody was watching. She wasn't getting any traction. Hoorab2 is here, yes. Or she was here, but she wasn't getting any traction, so she quit. And then just several months later, you guys have to be consistent. Several months later, all these people started watching, and she was so mad that she'd given up those several months. So you can't put a tweet out there and expect the world to retweet it as soon as you start. You can't get a periscope and expect 5,000 people to join your first one. It takes momentum, but you have to keep showing up. So you're never going to get the momentum if you put an Instagram post up once and go away for a few weeks, or tweet once or twice a day and then go away for a few weeks. It's just not effective. Absolutely. Consistency is everything with whatever you're doing. So use some of these tools. Yes, make a brand, be consistent, add value, like somebody was saying. I was on a scope and somebody's like, how do I make money on Periscope? That's what they wanted to do. I need to make money on Periscope. And I'm like, just add flipping value. Like, be of value to people, help them out. Money will come. Stop trying to figure out how you can monetize everything, because if you're good at what you do and you offer good value and you can sell behind it, Hashimoto's, we need to talk. But if you can do that sort of stuff, the money's going to follow. But these people are so concerned about how they can monetize with one freaking video. It's anyway, another tangent. I will get off. Hence the name. That makes a lot of sense. But Hashi, we should talk offline, because I've got something else in the works where you're going to hate me then. Because I'm going off on a tangent about consistency. But yeah, a lot of people just aren't. But yeah, Hashimoto's. See, you guys, I have a notebook of notes every time I do a. Hashimoto. So I've had massive thyroid issues since giving birth, since my 2 kids. It was basically medicine or clean up my diet. Digital Chica, I don't think there's anything wrong with monetizing Periscope. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is these people don't add value. They jump on and they try to make money immediately. And that's, yes, diet has been 100% for me. I know I'm all over the place, but so that's why I want to talk to you. Because we're working on some stuff. But it's these people, that's all they care. It's like a podcast, It's like they get on a podcast and how can I figure out how to monetize it? And yes, you need to make money. I'm not saying monetizing is the devil. I 100% agree. You need to make money and you need to sell behind value. I 100% agree. But value comes first. Thank you. Exactly. Value comes first. I believe service comes first. I believe if you're helping people, but you do have to ask for a sale. I think that's one thing people do struggle with, is not asking for a sale. Opportunities will pop up. Hashi, you nailed it. Yes, and I think too many people just go, how can I make money from this? And yes, it's important to make money, but I don't agree with. I've been very successful in business because money wasn't my primary concern. And I know that sounds ridiculous and crazy. Service came first. I wanted to provide the best value possible, and I cared about people. And because of that, money flowed in. That's how I've been able to start and sell a couple businesses now and grow this business. It's all because, I'm getting sweaty in here, but all because of value first. I think Periscope, I think anything with social media, if you're sitting there trying to sell, everyone in this cast a free offer then. You're going to help people with a free offer. Yeah, if you're going to help, if you want to give some advice too on better, better graphics, go for it. But that's where I believe everything comes from. Shimoto, thank you. Kathleen, welcome. We're talking business tools, and I definitely will have to wrap this up in just a few minutes. I've gone off on a few tangents about adding value and all of that good stuff. Tools for screencasting. I use, what do I use? Camtasia. That's the one. ScreenFlow is another one. I really love Camtasia because I can do my video editing in there. I use it for a load of things just outside of my screencasting. But I've been really happy with Camtasia. I think I spent $97 on it for my Mac. I think it is a little more expensive for Windows, but ScreenFlow is another one I hear a lot of people love. But all my courses are created via Camtasia videos, if I'm not talking. So Prosperity Tech, thank you for sharing on Twitter. So that's been one of my my favorites. And like I said, it's not an expensive product. Sorry guys, I'm like, it gets, when I shut my doors in here, it gets like a frickin' oven. So I apologize. Blasterscope.com. All right, we got to check free ad space for everyone. All right, we're checking it out. Digital Chica. Everybody write down blasterscope.com. I'm going to check that out. I'm turning on my fan here, so hopefully it doesn't get too loud. All right, any other sites? I'm trying to think of other good ones that I use on a daily basis that I can't live without. I talked about WordSway, Canva, we talked about PicMonkey. Camtasia. Camtasia for screencasting is definitely by far, it's been, like I said, I can do music overlays on it. I love it. Ring Central. I don't know this one. I'm going to have to check this out. Yep, we talked about If This Then That for sure, Digital Chica. One of the favorites. I'm trying to think of finding LinkedIn to be useless thoughts. So, JR, that's a really good point. LinkedIn is all of a sudden kind of getting this new bloodline, and I have a lot of people I know a lot of people leaving Facebook and going over to LinkedIn to do their marketing and having massive success. I don't know about you guys, I'm getting spammed a ton over on LinkedIn. It's driving me nuts. I've had people email me from LinkedIn, lastpass.com. I've heard of that one, so thank you, Prosperity. I definitely need to check that out. So I think you need to use LinkedIn with caution, but there's a book I just got, and we probably need to book club it, LinkedIn and University. I'm going to check that one out too. There's a book I just got called Connect, and it's by Josh Turner. Maybe I'll do it for book club next week so we can read it together, because I can't read 2 books at one time, and I'm getting through a book a week. But it's all about really marketing yourself and learning how to utilize LinkedIn. I think there's a lot of potential on there. I've been using it just to reach out to people who I've been connected to say, hey, what do you do? How can I help you more with your business? And just go from there. I combine that. I talk a lot about Skype chats. So when you're in a Facebook group, when you're on LinkedIn, when you're on Periscope and you're meeting great people, I think that's what I'm going to do for my challenge next week is we're going to Skype chat with people that we meet. This is invaluable. So you meet somebody, you said, love what you do. I think we have Digital Chica, you make it about them. That's all it is. I had this one woman message me on LinkedIn, and she did this beautifully. She told me about what she did. She told me about herself, introduced herself, and then said LinkedIn groups. Yeah, I don't get on LinkedIn enough to really use those groups, but it's true, you can use them on there. But she said to me, hey, so she introduced herself, told me where she was from, and said, hey, so I can help identify your ideal client when I come across it. Who do you serve and how can I help you? Now that is a conversation starter. I reached out, I'm like, hell yeah, let's talk. So that's what, anytime you're doing without spamming is just stop making it about you. A Skype call, say, hey, I think we've got a lot of synergy. I love what you're doing. Can we chat off, on a Skype chat for an hour and see what happens? Those things right there have propelled my business. Because it's not, hey, look at me, I'm awesome, can you buy from me? Because nobody, I mean, maybe you'll get a buy, that's one thing. Or I hate when people have those really great offers for me. Exactly, personalized communication. I can't stand it when people message me on LinkedIn and they're like, I think this would be really great for you. And I'm like, you don't even know who I am. So, no. That's really what it comes to reaching out to people. I think reaching out has so much value, but like JR just said, it's communication, it's personalized. Just say, love what you do, I want to help, I want to learn more about who what you do so I can help you. And people will, you're a fool not to answer that one, I think. Versus I will not respond to people who sell me and don't know me and think they know what's best for me when they don't even know my last name. So I have a slight problem with that. I had one guy reach out to me, he friended me on Facebook and told me how I needed to go rate and review his podcast because it would be really good for me to listen to it. And then he sent me a second note when I didn't do it that he was not going to be on New and Noteworthy any longer. And if I didn't go rate and review him, I'm like, you know what, jerk, if you would have taken 2 seconds, thank you, Digital Chica, 2 seconds to go to my profile and see I'm a podcaster too, you could have personalized this, as JR was talking about, just ever so slightly, and I would have listened. Yeah, the Brainy Girl, it was quite a interesting message. I know he was doing what was best for me, I get it, but wasn't having it. So people have balls. Like, bad balls. Yeah, and it's totally dudes who do it all the time. No offense, guys. Just probably because they do have balls. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. But, alright guys, I think I've been doing this for almost an hour now. So, hopefully you guys got some great tools. I appreciate every single one of you who invited people, who gave me hearts. Yes, exactly. Who contributed, because like literally I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of notes. Combat marketing, see, prosperity, and I'm going to be doing this every Tuesday because I think these things are invaluable. I know I'm picking up a tool, I swear to God, every few days of something that works. So I love the promoting scope stuff. I think it's great, absolutely, but everybody's kind of doing it right now, so I want to add value any way I can by helping you guys out, learn about new sites, new people who can transform your business, new tools, because you got to make life a little easier on yourself, whether you're hiring or doing recipes or making yourself look like a rock star when you have no idea what you're doing with design. Guilty. So awesome, Digital Chica. No, I think it's so important. So I'm going to check out, I looked at your Twitter account. I have been on your site. I've been on your site from my phone, so that doesn't count. You can't see much on it. Alright guys, I'm off. Thank you. No problem, Prosperity Tech. I owe you something. I can't remember what, but I'll message you offline. I have it in my notes. Thank you so much for all your awesome tips and sites. I really appreciate it. You guys have an awesome Tuesday. We're going to be doing challenges here in a few hours. I got to get mine done. So, the Blast Your Scope site, yes. I have that written down. Hashimoto, I'm going to reach out to you too, guys. Thank you so much. For all of you who joined, I'm signing off. But replay this one because there's a lot of really great tools for you to utilize in your business. So I will see you all later.